Hi, Erik Linask here at Interop, talking with Steve Shalita from NetScout. Steve, good morning. Thank you for joining me. It's good to see you again.
Great to be here. Thanks.
So, I just chatted with one of the other guys from NetScout, who actually is working in the NOC for the Interop net. How did NetScout, get involved with Interop net?
Well, we've done it in the past, and we really saw Interop net as an opportunity to deal with one of the largest portable networks in the world, which is really fascinating. You build this network from scratch, and you bring it up with this massive amount of traffic supporting all of these booths here, and it's gone 4 days later. And in many ways it mirrors kind of what a large-scale enterprise corporate network looks like, and we thought that it really made a lot of sense to take what we've been able to do from a scalability perspective and a service delivery management perspective to help them assure how the network operates and how it runs, because so many of the exhibitors here are really relying upon this network environment.
So that's really, aside from the quick setup and the quick teardown before and after the event, really it does function like a large enterprise network.
Oh, when it's running, it's dealing with massive amounts of traffic, hundreds and hundreds of megabits of traffic, and some organizations actually rely on that network to run what it is that they're showing at a product level in their booth. And then there's also a lot of other recreational type of traffic. But it mirrors in many ways the dynamics of an operating enterprise network. And what's unique this year is that they did things in a cloud-based environment with multiple locations. And we're seeing that in how business networks are actually being built today. And we've built, from a technology perspective, this way to deliver this pervasive visibility that scales from the data center out into the branch office. So it was a great way for us to actually demonstrate and show the scale and the power of our platform.
So you mentioned the branch office. So obviously that's sort of one of the big differences between large enterprises and many smaller businesses is you can have so many locations and so many different, not always sites nationwide, but globally. So how does that make getting visibility into those networks different or more challenging?
What's interesting is a lot of people, when you think branch office, some people think, well, that's small, medium business environments, and really the branch has become the extension of the corporate environment. And in many cases, the branch is really the customer touch point, the revenue generating point. Right. And for many, many years, the branch has been really a best effort kind of deployment. We'll go through the WAN, we'll put some equipment out there, and we'll do the best we can to deliver services out there. And now the expectation is that branch needs to run at really the same level of performance and availability as the rest of the corporate network. So the challenge to managing that has really been, how do you get visibility there in a way that scales and in a way that you can afford it? And how you get visibility in a large network is typically through these points of instrumentation. It's been relatively cost prohibitive to do that out in the branch. And what we did is last year, in the September timeframe, we introduced a virtualized version of our technology that sat inside virtual servers in the data center. And we took that and we adapted that to actually get deployed into network equipment. And what we announced about 4 weeks ago was the integration of our probe technology into the Cisco Integrated Services Router. And really that's our first integration point to get us farther out in the network. And what that does is significantly reduce costs that really remove the barriers to managing those branch offices. The barriers have been cost, space, manageability. No one can afford to manage all these branch offices the same way you manage the corporate data center. So right. Leveraging the Cisco ISR, we're able to get a very robust platform that's used to handling services and service integration, and now we bring this management point into that, and that allows the IT organization to manage their service delivery environment consistently from the branch all the way to the data center to assure the user experience, which ultimately assures the quality of service and the service levels in the branch, because that level playing field is what they're looking for today in this large-scale enterprise environment.
Sure. How important is it for people like you to work closely with vendors like a Cisco?
Well, we really sit within this realm of service delivery. So we're looking at things from the service creation point, the service hosting point, the delivery environment to consumption of those services the user. Cisco certainly is an important vendor from a market share perspective, from a deployment perspective. We really look at partnerships, and we partner with HP, with IBM, we partner with EMC as well, Riverbed. That's really critical because the world is made up of multi-vendor environments, and our role in that ecosystem is we provide service delivery management capabilities regardless of what's being deployed, right? And the value we bring is it's not specifically about a single vendor product, it's truly about that service delivery environment, which is what IT organizations need to really think about, right? Service levels, user experience are the really top issues today.
And then extending that to the cloud, service delivery via the cloud, how does that, how do you play into that? How does that extend into you?
An excellent question, because so you can go, we could probably spend the whole week here talking about what cloud means,
Sure.
right? In many cases, virtualization is really a manifestation of the cloud within the enterprise environment. And I think we're going to see over the next couple of years this evolution of cloud, and the entire IT environment is going to change dramatically. And using cloud services, whether it be software as a service, infrastructure as a service, the value of the elasticity and the scalability you get from cloud is just amazing. But how do you manage that? And the challenge is going to be really maintaining those service levels as you're crossing multiple environments, right? And where NetScout really, I think, has a very strong position is we've seen tremendous growth in the service provider sector ourselves. We today are deployed in over 120 service provider environments. And as they become much more active, and many have announced building out cloud infrastructure and service infrastructure, we sit in that environment, provide them the ability to manage their environment. We deal with the enterprise side, and what we'll be able to do is blend that knowledge from the virtualized cloud world and the enterprise world to let both manage in a ubiquitous, unified way. So we see cloud as really representing some significant challenges at a complexity level, at a service level basis, and we believe that we're able to really deliver a lot of value there.
Great, thanks, Steve. We're talking here at Interop with NetScout Steve Shalita. Steve, thanks for joining me again.
Thanks very much, appreciate being here.